Hey guys, Coach Danny here. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all had fun playing around in your Beachbody On Demand yesterday. If you haven't checked out yesterday's video, please make sure to do so you can stay all caught up. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the meal plan and the containers, okay? First and foremost, I said this yesterday and I'm going to say it again today. It is completely normal to feel a little bit overwhelmed. There's a lot of information in the book. It is very simple though, so do not overcomplicate it. My first advice is to read through the meal plan booklet 2 to 3 times. From there, when you sit down to make your meal plan, you're going to want to grab a piece of paper, and then I like to get either highlighters or Sharpies or crayons or colored pencils in the colors of the containers. So like a green highlighter. I can never find a purple highlighter, so then I just use a purple pen. A pink highlighter is what I use for my red, a yellow highlighter for the yellow, a blue highlighter for the blue, and an orange highlighter for the orange. So that's personally how I do it. So get your colored pencils, markers, highlighters, whatever you have in all the colors of the containers, and then sit down with your piece of paper. At the top of your piece of paper, you're gonna write down how many of each color container you get a day. So in the front of your meal plan that you've read through a few times, there's an equation. It asks how active you are, your current weight, and it has a calculation. If I were you, I would do the calculation 2 or 3 times just to make sure you're getting the same number every time, because I know some people can kind of fudge it up a little bit and get the wrong number the first time. So do the calculation a few times and then look at the corresponding chart to find out what plan you're to be eating in. Something I want you to know for the future, or if you're joining this challenge to just get fit and you do not have weight to lose, you skip the deficit part. So the part of the calculation that is like minus 750, you skip that part if you do not want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, then you need to do that part. But then once you get to your goal weight, you should no longer be eating at a deficit because that's not good for your body. Okay, back to the calculation. Once you've done your calculation and you know what bracket you're in, at the top of your piece of paper, say you're in plan A, you would write 4 red, 3 green, 2 purple, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. So write that at the top of the paper. From there, I like to go through my booklet, and on each page, so say the red food page, take my highlighter and highlight the foods I either already have or the foods that I like. So for example, chicken, tuna, tilapia. So just go through that page and highlight all the foods you like and do that on each page. So when you're opening your booklet and looking, you can kind of look quickly and not be overwhelmed by all the foods. Instead, you're just seeing the foods you like or already have. From there, you can kind of look at like what do you already eat? So do you already eat eggs in the morning? If so, you can jot that down for meal number 1, because you really shouldn't have to change your meal plan too much unless you were eating like really bad. You probably are allowed to still have some of the same things you are having. You're just going to have to pay better attention to the amount you're eating, the portions. Another thing you can do is either go on that Fixate cooking show on Beachbody On Demand, or I'm going to be linking a ton of resources to this video that you can go check out different meal ideas. Another place is Pinterest. Just type in 21 Day Fix meal ideas. You can say 21 Day Fix crock pot ideas, 21 Day Fix dinner ideas, 21 Day Fix breakfast ideas, 21 Day Fix snack ideas on Pinterest, and you're gonna find so much information. So say you find a breakfast and lunch recipe that you really love. Okay, so you're gonna write that down for your breakfast and lunch on your piece of paper. And now you know that your breakfast is going to use maybe a red and a green and a yellow. So now you know to subtract. So you have 1 yellow left, 2 greens left, and 3 reds left. Does that make sense? That's why I like to put it at the top. So as you're filling in your meals for the day, you can totally see how much you have left and kind of pick and choose. Another great resource for meal ideas for prepping is my Facebook like page. So it's called Danny Barrett Fitness and Health. And if you just go to the photos, you can scroll through the photos, and if you see a food photo, 95% chance that the recipe is on there. I will also be sharing my meal plan, and the way I personally do it is I eat the same, like for meals 1 through 4 or 1 through 5. So my breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and then my dinners is what I change throughout the week. So Monday through Sunday, I'm gonna have the same breakfast. Monday through Sunday, I'm gonna have the same snack. Monday through Sunday, I'm gonna have the same lunch. Monday through Sunday, I'm gonna have the same afternoon snack. Each day, I'll have a different dinner planned out. That's where I have my variety. And for me, I like to save a yellow, a red, and a green for dinner. So as long as I make my dinners within those color container constraints, I know I'm good to go. What else was I going to tell you? Okay, so you don't have to do it that way. You don't have to eat the same thing every single day. That's just what works for me, and it makes it easier for meal prep. When I was a new coach, I ate a little something different every single day. And when you all signed up for this challenge, I sent you the welcome guide. I linked a link to it in your message. So if you haven't already, go back and look on that. And that's where I shared my very first original meal plan when I was in your shoes, when I made my first meal plan. So you have access to that as well to see what I did there. Okay, so your containers. Another thing I want you guys to know is, so say you want to make a salad, and say you get 4 greens a day. So say you fill 1 green with your lettuce, pour it in your bowl or your Tupperware if you're packing your lunch, and then say you want some cucumbers. You don't have to fill it each time. So say you only do half the amount of cucumbers. You can pour that on your salad. So now you've had 1.5 greens. And you can do like half a thing of tomatoes and pour that on your salad. So now that's 2 greens. So you can do like halves throughout the day. So I like to do half of my blue in the morning and half of my blue in the afternoon. That's your healthy fats, and I like my cheeses. Another thing, you guys, the containers look much smaller than they actually are. You're gonna be shocked when you pour out your like yellow container, for instance, and how much it actually holds in it. It's very shocking. So what I need everyone to do is make sure to read through their meal plan, figure out what category they're in, and then you need to make your meal plan. What are you going to be eating the first week of your challenge? I personally do mine 1 week in advance. You can do yours for the whole 3-week challenge in advance if you don't think you're gonna have time. But you need to know what you're eating, and it needs to fall within the constraints of the color-coded portion containers. If you need any more help, please post below. Even if you start, your piece of paper, take a picture, show us what you got, and we can help you come up with other ideas for what you're gonna eat for the first week. Again, great resources on teambeachbody.com, on my like page, on Pinterest, or you can keep it super simple and just look through your book and say, oh, I like yogurt and I like blueberries, so I'm gonna have yogurt and blueberries as a snack, and that's a red and a purple. You don't have to make recipes. You can keep it super simple. That's personally what I like to do. One last thing, your Shakeology counts as a red. And so every day when you have your Shakeology, that counts as 1 red container. And how I make mine for the best texture and taste is I add a half of a banana, and a half of a banana is a purple. So sometimes you can see on your food list that you can't always like smush or put certain foods in here. For example, asparagus. You can't fit asparagus in this green container. So 10 asparagus spears is a green. So make sure you pay attention to those little idiosyncrasies as you are meal planning. And then the last thing is the treats. It says you can have 3 treats a week in exchange for a yellow container. So that's 3 total. So if you're drinking like a glass of almond milk each day, that's a treat, and you have to take away a yellow, and you can only do it 3 times a week. So make sure you read through that again and understand that. Other than that, I'm super excited. Post below what you have so far, or at least tell me what plan you're in and how many containers each day you get, and then show us a picture of your meal plan once you have it completed. Post it to the page. All right, you guys, good luck, and please post on here if you have any questions, and let's do this.